All right. Hi, everyone. Today is World IBD Day. So I want to make a video um, talking about what it's like to have IBD, ulcerative colitis. If you don't know, IBD stands for irritable bowel disease, which is different from irritable bowel syndrome. But Crohn's and colitis fall into the category of irritable bowel disease. I also just wanted to point out my Stranger Things mug real quick. Best friend Alana got it for me for my birthday. I love it. And so basically, I don't talk a lot about my ulcerative colitis to a lot of people. People that I'm close to, certain friends and family, yeah, they, know a bit more than others. For some people, it's just kind of like, oh, I'm having stomach issues, that kind of thing. But I was watching a video of this girl talking about it, and, she was like, we often don't really talk a lot about our IBD because it can be kind of embarrassing. But if we don't talk about it, how are we going to create awareness? And that was kind of like hit the nail on the head. So how am I going to create awareness? How are people supposed to know what I'm going through if I don't talk about it? So I need to be a part of solving that problem. And like I said, what better day than to start on World IBD Day? So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you guys what the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation says that ulcerative colitis is. Figure they could say it better than I would because I would probably forget some things. So ulcerative colitis is a chronic disease of the large intestine, also known as the colon, in which the lining of the colon becomes inflamed and develops tiny open sores, or ulcers that produce pus and mucus. A combination of inflammation and ulceration can cause abdominal discomfort and frequent emptying of the colon. Ulcerative colitis is the result of an abnormal response by your body's immune system. Normally, the cells and proteins that make up the immune system protect you from infection, but with people with IBD, that immune system is mistaking food, bacteria, and other materials in the intestine as foreign or invading substances. And when this happens, the body is sending white blood cells into the lining of the intestines where they produce chronic inflammation and ulcerations. So there you go, a little bit of science for you this morning. So yeah, basically, my body's attacking itself, and there's not really anything I can do about it. So, there's people that are like, well, maybe you just shouldn't eat this. Maybe you shouldn't do that. It's not really what it's about, and everyone's different, and yes, for some people, certain foods affect them differently. For some people, they know, if I do this, I'm going to maybe flare for a couple days or something like that. Really, for me, I've had this for 9 years now. Kind of, tracked my food, watched all those things. Haven't really found anything necessarily that, I think, oh, if I just stopped doing this, I'd be perfectly healthy and normal. Because like I said, it's my body attacking me. It's my body thinking that there are things like those good cells and different stuff that, they're saying, oh, I need to attack you. And really they shouldn't be because they're there to do a job, to do a purpose. So I will also read to you guys just what some of the signs and symptoms are. And like I said, everyone's different. Everybody has their flares and stuff differently. I keep saying flares because there is no cure for ulcerative colitis or Crohn's. I'm wearing my Finding Cure shirt today. So you can be in remission, totally fine, happy, healthy, and you can relapse, and that's when you go through a flare, and that's where all your symptoms are coming up and affecting you in your everyday life. So some symptoms: bowel movements become looser and more urgent, persistent diarrhea accompanied by abdominal pain and blood in the stool, stool's generally bloody, and again, crampy abdominal pain. Now, some people, will have a loss of appetite, weight loss, a lot of fatigue, nausea, all of the depression is a big one as well. So a lot of these other things come into play with the disease as well. So we'll go back a little bit, and I'll tell you guys just how things got started with me. So like I said, I got diagnosed, it'll be 9 years ago this October. I was a freshman at Bradley University, just going about my business, doing normal freshman things. Didn't feel very good, just thought it was kind of an upset stomach, something I ate didn't agree with me, I was like, maybe it's the flu. I don't know. Just kind of having to go to the bathroom a lot, having an upset stomach, and it was not getting better. So called my mom, was like, will you make me a doctor's appointment? Because I was a freshman. I was, I'm still not making my own doctor's appointments at that point. So she makes me an appointment, and like I said, things never got better. Things actually got a lot worse, and to the point of where they were like, we need to take this child to the emergency room. So we did, got admitted into the hospital. I believe I stayed a total of 7 days at Methodist Hospital. Awesome care there. They did a great job. They did not want to scope me, do a colonoscopy or anything at first because they didn't want me to tear. Then it came to the point where they're like, if we don't do this and figure out what's going on, you're just going to tear on your own, which we don't, obviously want to happen. So went ahead, did that, and then that's when they ended up figuring out, that I had ulcerative colitis and what was going on in there. Got the picture of my colon, fire engine red, just lit up the whole way through. Absolutely awful. Like I said, while I was in there, constant trips to the bathroom, so much blood every time I'd go to the bathroom. It's terrifying when you look in, and when you look into the toilet and you just see blood, because that's not normal. That's not what you're supposed to see. I was constantly nauseous, could not eat food, could not look at it, smell it, think of it, anything, or else I would throw up. So I was actually, considered anorexic for a couple days because I had no food whatsoever. Tired, constantly tired. Not only just tired because of all the effects of the disease, but also, I would get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. Me and my IV cart go in the bathroom, be in there so long that the IV cart battery would die, start beeping at me. Most annoying sound ever, but there was nothing I could do about it. I had to stay in there, do my business. So anyway, while I was in there, I had to take a medical withdrawal from Bradley. It was heartbreaking. It was just kind of like, I'm never going to get my diploma, which I did. I got it on time. I just had to work a little harder for it, so nothing wrong with that. But it was all scary, and I think the biggest thing was the unknown, that it was like, what is going on, and why can't I stop this? Why can't I do anything to help? And that's the biggest thing throughout all of this, is dealing with the fact that your body is doing this and you have no control over it whatsoever. So like I said, yeah, that's how it started. 9 years, I've been able to be on different medications and be in remission most of the time. Every now and then I'll have a flare, and then they're like, okay, we'll change your medication up. So recently, I am currently in a flare, and I'm already on the highest dose of my medication. So now we've got to start looking at going down new alleys. What can we try next? This Monday, we'll have a flexible sigmoidoscopy, also known as a flex sig, and what that is it's basically like a colonoscopy, except for it just focuses on the lower portion of your colon instead of the whole thing. Same kind of process, everything like that, though. And this will be my second one of these, but I would say altogether with the colonoscopies, I'm probably at about 10 procedures, if not pretty close, all before the age of 30. Normally, you start getting colonoscopies when you're 50, and just maybe, I don't know, what do they say, once a year, once every other year or something. So, fun times. I know all about that. So what is it like for me to be in a flare? So, those symptoms that I mentioned before, lots of trips to the bathroom. I would, like right now, maybe only about 7 trips to the bathroom a day, which doesn't sound that bad considering when you're in a very extreme flare, you could be going multiple times per hour. But also, if you think about it, you don't really go to the bathroom 7 times a day. At least, not for that purpose, maybe for just going pee. Sometimes, I would say on average, spend about 20 minutes in there at a time. Low side 15, high side 40 minutes. So that's about over 2 hours that I'm spending in the bathroom a day. I could think of a lot better things that I could be doing with my time than just sitting in the bathroom. like I said, when I go to the bathroom, and sometimes it's urgent, so it's kind of, I haven't really left my house a lot in the past few days. Now, I could run to the store, different stuff like that, but as far as like trying to go to a movie or something like that where I may end up spending the whole movie in the bathroom, I don't really want to do that. And just the comfort of your own bathroom is nice. So bathroom accessibility is a huge thing when you have IBD. Like I said, there is blood. So it's, not just your regular diarrhea. And it can be very discomforting. So I don't have a lot of pain right now, except for while I'm using the restroom. But at times it'll be God, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a terrible doubling over pain. And it may only last for 10-20 seconds, but it is still miserable during that time. Like, it's a bitch, let me tell you. You don't want to feel it. I would say it's worse than any menstrual cramp I've ever had. When, 9 years ago, I was having those constantly. So I was on different pain medications to try and make me comfortable during that. So also because of that, it's also not like, you get up, you go wash your hands, you go back to doing whatever. It can kind of make you tired, and you just kind of need to sit for a little bit. Excuse me. So that's how, it's kind of affecting some, I don't know what's happening. I'm going to have all kinds of other issues apparently. So let's see, that's, basically a flare. I mentioned depression can be a big part of it. So I've had depression since 9 years ago. It hits a lot harder when you're in a flare. So part of it, a big part of it for me is really the fact of I can't control what's going on. There's nothing that I can do to make this better, to make it quicker, anything like that. But also, like I said, your daily life is being changed up. You're not able to go to those events and do those activities and different things that you had planned on doing, that you wanted to do. And if you do them, you're kind of worried. You're thinking, okay, where's the bathroom? When am I going to need to go? And even then, while you're in there, does somebody else need to get in here? So there's just a lot to that. And then it's, people don't understand what you're going through. And that's why I'm making this video, so that hopefully some people can understand a little bit better. And in the back of your mind, you kind of know, like, why would they know what I'm going through? They don't have it. This isn't that well known. So we need to make it well known so that, people do kind of have an idea. But, you're just kind of sitting there in your house and watching life go by, because life doesn't stop, which is, something that you have to think to yourself. You have to be stronger. You have to, fight that and not let yourself kind of get in a hole, become a recluse, that kind of thing. Do as much as you can based off of, what you really can do with your health and different limitations. So also wanted to just mention to you guys how many people do have ulcerative colitis. So it's estimated that more than 10 million people worldwide live with Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. About 1.6 million in the United States, 250,000 in Canada, 300,000 in the United Kingdom. Those are just kind of the main places that this is at. And you would never know. It's, I could just walk down the street. You would have no idea that anything was wrong with me at all, not realizing the discomfort that I may be going through at the time. So like I said, if you don't talk about it, people are never going to know that this is a thing. A lot of times this is known as an invisible disease just because of the fact that you can't visibly see it. You can't visibly see that something's wrong with somebody. Trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to throw into this video. I don't know. I guess maybe that's it. I've taken up enough of your time. So other than that, really, I guess I just want to say I guess I could talk about medication a little bit. Um, so, like I said, mine's not working anymore. So I've been on Lialda a lot. It's a pill. Right now I'm taking 4 of them a day. That's the maximum dose. I've taken suppositories before, nightly enemas, which suck. They're not fun. They don't hurt or anything. It's just not ideal. You have to lay on your side for like 30 minutes. Can't really move a whole lot. They suck for travel. Um, I've been on 6-MP before, but the thing about that is it makes your liver enzymes go up, which is not good. So I had to get blood work done every week. The moment that my liver enzymes went up, had to take me off of that. Some people are on steroids, prednisone. I'm on prednisone right now. They were hoping that would calm some of my inflammation. It's not at all. It has worked for me in the past, though. Some people do infusions. Remicade is the most popular one. So they'll go in an IV, 2 hours or so, let that go through. They do that once every 8 weeks. Humira, giving yourself a shot every 2 weeks. That's another form of medication. So those are just kind of some of the ways that people are trying to manage their systems and stay in remission and not flare. So basically that's all I have. If you watched this whole video, thank you. I just appreciate the fact that you've listened. Like I said, this is all about awareness. But I also want to mention my team for the Crohn's and Colitis Take Steps walk. I've been doing this walk. I think this should be my 4th year, and this year's on the committee because I just want to get more involved with it, want to raise more awareness. So if you would like to donate or join my team, or even just share the link and let people know that this is a thing that's happening, that would be awesome. I'll include the link in this post, in the comments, I don't know, somewhere. I don't do videos a lot, so I probably won't edit this, and it's not going to appear here probably. So, but yeah, so that's that. That is a bit of living with ulcerative colitis, and thanks for watching.